You're listening to LA After Dark with your host, Abby Cubey, only on LA Talk Radio.
Oh, abolitious.
OMG.
Oh my God.
You're very hyper today.
I am really hyper today. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the heat outside.
Oh, it's so hot.
It's so crazy. Well, welcome back to LA After Dark with your host, Abby Cubey.
And Moe Abourched.
And Moe Abourched. Tonight, oh my God, what happened?
What is that frog?
I think a frog just came out. We have an amazing show for you, and we have two fabulous guests. One is a family member. Well, they're both family members, actually. But one is a partner. Well, they're both partners. I mean, we're all partners. What the hell? How am I going to introduce this? All right, here we go.
Someone's having problems.
No, I just keep thinking. Unusual. I'm just
heat.
thinking of all these things that.
I think it's the tequila.
I do have to admit, we took a shot of tequila and had a Corona.
What?
Did I say that out loud?
In this heat? I think
In this heat? What? You heard that?
Yes, I did.
Well, we have with us tonight the beautiful Miss Candice Nicole.
Hello.
Hello, President and CEO
darlings.
of Humic Acid, and we'll come back to that. And we also have with us the beautiful, the ever beautiful, intelligent, amazing, our partner and forward brain of our company,
Oh, Lord.
Evelyn Rubio.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Nice to be here.
Yay. And of course, we have the ever beautiful Miss
And
Abby Cubey.
Way beautiful.
Way too beautiful. And she
I
brought
love
the
you, baby.
twins.
I love you more.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
You mentioned that.
I did. Did I say that out loud?
Yes.
You brought the twins?
It's okay.
You want to introduce them again? No?
Lisa and Lupe. Everybody actually named it already.
Hello, Lisa and Lupe.
Lucy and Lupe.
Hola.
Groovy, baby.
Lisa and Lupe.
So, before we get started, I really do want to say that it's really hot in here.
It is.
Yeah.
my God, I looked at-
126.
It's cooler in here than it is outside.
Well, that's very
true. That's true. But I looked at the thermometer right now. It's like it wants to break. It's like beyond 90 degrees, and there's no room for it to go.
Yeah.
We're just going to have mind over matter. It's so
Yes.
cold in here.
It's cold. It's freezing.
cold.
We're in Alaska.
Yes.
We're in the middle of Alaska right now.
Pretend my jacket is the snow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck.
We love that. So today we're going to be talking about real estate, and we're going to be
Yes.
talking about human roles.
Yes.
But before we get started, I really want to give out my love and sympathy and to all the hurricane victims in Texas, Houston, Texas especially. This is really crazy. Talk to me, guys. What's happening?
It's heartbreaking. I mean, it's unprecedented, and no one really expected it to be this huge. It's really, really sad.
I've got friends there, and I was watching the news last night. Actually, they were trying to save a guy that's on the truck. He got stuck on
On the back of the truck?
no inside the truck.
Oh, inside the
Yeah.
truck. Okay.
They had to get a boat to save him. Wow, like I mean,
Yeah, there's
I mean-
several boats
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
water.
of course.
People coming from towns and hours drives away just with their boat just to help. That's what I like about what I have seen is that
Mhm.
everyone's pitching in and helping, carrying people on their backs, people that this is not even their job, people
Mhm.
working
Yeah.
together.
Well, I
Exactly.
mean, this is the human element,
absolutely.
right? I mean, this is where.
Absolutely.
But this is what makes me wonder: why can't we apply the human element every day? Why do
Every
we
day.
need a
I know.
disaster?
Yes.
Why do we need a
Exactly.
disaster to really show that we care? Why
Yeah.
can't we care on everyday life?
This
because
is a question I
disasters
ask
are
all the time.
Yeah, disasters is when people
Realize
realize
this.
exactly what really matters. I mean, unless your world is shattered, you go about your business. You really don't care about anything else, and that's it. It's your life and what you have to do. I've seen that too, and that's what makes me feel good about it. At least everyone is helping. It's not just the officials. It's everyone.
Oh yeah, I mean you have to. I mean this is again the human element. When something like this happens, you got to forget about everything, all the boundaries. There's no racism. There's nothing.
Political
We're-
party, anything.
Nothing. No political, divide. There's nothing. We are human beings, and when
We're
you
all
have,
one.
we're all one.
The
We
city-
are the one.
Look,
we
the
are
ci-
the world.
That city
Together.
it turned into literally it's a river.
Yes. Yeah, I saw a picture someone posted, and it was a view of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the same bridge. Unbelievable.
Mhm.
It's the water is as high as a garage door. So if the
I
garage
know.
door's down here, I
It's
was
how many
thinking about
inches
all
of
the
rain?
animals that are,
Well-
it's, because even in the shelters, they can't bring their animals.
Mhm.
It's just, it's just so heartbreaking.
Well, the amount of rain that fell so far, I mean, and I don't want to screw this up, I read it earlier, it's something like 13 trillion gallons of water. And if you were just to imagine how much is 13 trillion gallons of
Yeah.
water, you have to have an Olympic swimming pool that is 4 Earth diameter deep to
Wow.
fill 13 trillion gallons of water.
Yeah, I read it's about 48 inches of rainfall.
So far it's
48
48. The biggest one ever in the U.S. history was Hawaii, Waikiki, right, at 52 inches back in the 50s.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
like Hurricane Hickey, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Hickey or Nicky?
Hickey.
Hickey.
Like the Hickies that
Yeah.
you probably used
Sorry,
to get
baby.
when
whatever.
you were in high school.
Okay, let's not talk about that.
What? Well.
Hickey. I'm just,
No, I'm kidding.
Hickey. Well,
Don't name it Ricky,
I
don't
hate
name
it.
it Nikki. I mean, I have to.
I hated Hickeys, by the way. I
Really?
love giving them. I just didn't want to get them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just don't want to
That's
walk
not
around with
fair.
that big old.
I can see that.
But
About
the
you.
gr-
But
but
they're
Yeah.
disgusting. So either which way.
They
It-
are.
yeah. But it's a sign
Doesn't
of
look
love.
nice.
Oh please.
Sign of
please,
love.
it's
Okay,
not.
I think we can find another way. Other ways to show love.
Our heart do go out to all the
everyone.
victims, to everyone, everyone.
Yes.
I mean, look, we're in real estate, and I know we're talking about real estate, and today's show is about real estate. But I just want to think about all the people that got displaced from their home, whether they're homeowners or renters, or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter. All these people
still
just got
home.
displaced, and they're homeless. The hurricane covered like 1,700 square miles. It's a lot
Wow.
of area.
Of course.
That's a lot of area in Texas that, the water completely drained, flooded. It completely
Texas is
flooded
very
that area.
flat too, so
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and it's going to take a long time to clean up. That's what's kind of devastating, is that this is not just a few weeks and the rain's going to go away. And right now it's on TV, so we're all seeing it every day. But in a month from now, in a year from now, they're still going to be dealing with the after effects, mold.
yeah.
People,
The damages
you know,
is
it's
Well, they're saying it's up to like $40 billion worth of damage so far. $40 billion. Yeah.
Wow.
And about $20 billion just in Houston. I mean, that's a huge disaster.
That's why we have to help.
I'm having goosebumps.
We will. And I
How
want to
do
go
we
back
help?
to that. But I want to compare really quick. Would you rather be in an earthquake or a hurricane? Not either one of them is fun. Okay, and I know that in California here we deal a lot with earthquakes, but I personally would rather be in an earthquake than a hurricane.
The last earthquake I've encountered, I was freaked out.
In 94?
Not 94. I mean, I wasn't born then, man. What are you talking about?
Well, I was just a little baby myself. but I remember it.
I was in my mother's womb, but I do remember it. I was freaked out. Everything was pretty much
Yeah, the house was
shaking
like, boom, oh my
and
God.
rocking all at the same time. Turbulence like crazy. It's scary. But
Oh.
if you pose that question, probably a hurricane.
An earthquake.
Earthquake over a hurricane, only because The last huge one we've had was in 1994, and it was huge, of course. A lot of devastation happened at that time as well, but we haven't had a big one since.
No.
Yeah.
And don't say that we're due for one. Please
No,
don't
we're
say
not.
that we're
We're
due.
not.
Well, according
Yeah,
to
knock on
experts,
wood.
if you read
Don't. But
the faults are active.
I
And they're always
know.
active, but a
I
lot
know.
more
Especially
so.
when you have this kind of heat.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
weather
You have this
change,
kind of
by the
heat.
way, including the hurricane, why
Yes.
it's so huge
And the
so
plates are
strong,
moving.
it's because of the
Yes.
heat that we are feeling at
I
this
think
time.
Mother
So
Earth is pissed.
You think?
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah.
why.
I think Mother Earth, she wants to cleanse. It's a Can I just say, I'll cleanse myself, thank you. Don't cleanse me, I'll do it.
I'm going
I'll-
to use you minerals for that.
Yes.
You know
My
what?
cleansing.
Yes.
I
a good
yes.
detox.
You know
can
what?
use
This is a
mineral.
good
I want
segue
to answer
into it.
but I want to answer your question about what would I prefer. So I was thinking about that, and I really wouldn't want either one, but we have to have them. But with a hurricane, you have time to react, and you should, you have warning, so that is a positive. With an earthquake, you don't have any time to react. It wakes you up out of your sleep, or you can be driving down the freeway.
If you're lucky to
So
be
it's
home.
really scary. So that's
Well,
I
I
prefer in the car if there's an earthquake. So
no.
No?
Why?
Because what if the road gives out and then
Yeah.
the car goes?
There's
you know,
no
that's not
Superman.
good.
It's not real.
Okay.
There's no
you know, there's no. Hey, wait, Abby's going down. Grab her quickly. Now I know we're making fun of this, but we're trying to make light of a really
Yeah.
horrific situation. I hear what you're saying about the earthquake versus that you
Yeah.
would prefer the notice. I
Yeah.
actually don't, and I would prefer an earthquake because there's no anxiety. There's no pre-thought about it. You don't think about it. It just happens.
Yeah.
With with a hurricane, you have notice. It could be a week. It could be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you build up that anxiety. You build
Yeah.
up a whole lot of emotions about something, and you're preparing, and it may not hit. But it causes all that anxiety that's going on. An earthquake, however, look, the hurricane it hit landfall on Friday.
It's been 6 days.
Where Tuesday, they're thinking it's going to be 9
yeah,
days,
yeah.
right?
They're expecting more.
Oh my
Earthquake,
God.
as devastating as it may be,
Yeah.
it's 30
and
seconds.
you have a few little tremors after.
But 30 seconds and it's gone.
I don't know. The one in '94 felt like it was
5
2
minutes.
hours.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
you would
know.
prefer to die on an earthquake than a
No, I don't prefer to die at all. Thank you.
Well,
but thank you for posing that question. I don't prefer to die.
Well, it's either
but
or you drown.
You know what? If you put it that, yes, I don't want to put that in the universe. I don't want a building
I guess,
falling
I'm
down
watching all
on
the
me.
Pictures and everything that people lost in the hurricane. So I feel like if there's a hurricane, I have time to prepare, put away things, or not put away things, but just like animals that I saw a lady with the cat litter box, and I'm just thinking of all the animals, the things that you just cannot prepare for.
Yeah.
That you could have if you would have maybe left earlier. But I guess you might
You could
think,
fly to other states,
Yes.
Prepare for it.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
Well,
But all your
look,
belongings are gone.
Yeah, that's
So you
fine.
should plan ahead for
you
that.
can buy it.
But that's
again.
okay because you can get it again.
Yeah. So you have to plan.
That's
for that.
why you have to have insurance. No.
well, I really hope that all the people in Texas are safe. I'm sorry for the loss of life that is
Yes.
gone.
I believe there should be. Last I heard, there's about 19 confirmed or suspected to have died
Oh, really?
with this flood-related
It's more
Oh
than
my
I
God.
deaths. So our condolences to the family and friends of these people. Our hearts really do go out to everyone in Houston and the surrounding areas.
Yes.
I do want to take a moment and ask that everybody out there, if you're listening, MSM is getting involved, and we want to be able to donate as much as possible, whatever we can. If you have blankets, if you have clothes, if you have dried
Shoes.
food,
If you've been watching
canned food,
anything, if you've been watching the
anything.
news, they need everything from diapers to clothing. I mean, people left without anything.
Right.
And the Red Cross is doing a lot. I mean,
Well,
but they don't-
FEMA's doing a lot.
They don't have enough.
Clothing
So,
and blankets.
exactly.
For
For sure. 'Cause they
for
don't know
sure.
how long they're going to be in the shelter.
No, they don't. And shelters are overwhelmed. So if you're on dry land and you're out there and you're in Texas, open your home. Open your home to somebody. Open your home to a family that needs to be in. I mean, this is the time that we really show our humanity and lock arms together and take care of each other. So please, I encourage you, if you have anything whatsoever that you want to give, email us at info@msmle.com. That's info@msmle.com. We will let you know where to drop off whatever you want to give, and we will make sure that it gets there.
Yes.
We're going to be working with FEMA. We're going to be working with the Red Cross, Abby and Evelyn and myself, and I'm sure you're going to get involved, Candice.
Yes, we are donating 10% of proceeds from Humineral.
Are you really?
Yes, for this
fantastic.
week to Red Cross.
To the Red Cross.
Harvey.
Okay. Well, we are going to do the same thing, but I'm going to save that till the end.
Yes.
But MSM is dedicated. Again, our goal is to make sure no one is homeless in any way, whether you own or rent, or everybody needs a roof over their head.
Absolutely.
So we are committed to giving 10% of our gross commissions from any sale or that comes through literally in the next 18 months, because it really is going to take at least 18 months just to stabilize. Just to stabilize. Not even, I think
Yeah, it's going to take years.
recover is going to take much longer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
It really is. It really is.
Moe.
Aw. We love you, Texas.
We love you.
We love
We
you.
support you.
Okay, so back to our show really quick. Candice Nicole,
Yes.
President, CEO, founder of Huminerals.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
So tell us about Huminerals.
Humineral. So the bottom line is everything going on your body has to do with your cells. If your cells are healthy, your body's healthy. So that's what Humineral is all about. Keeping your cells healthy, your body healthy. It's a mineral line. It's a food and supplement form that feeds your cells, and it's minerals. So we're used to taking vitamins. Everybody knows what vitamins are, but vitamins do not work without minerals. Your body is actually made up of minerals and water, which you're drinking now. Cannot live without water and minerals. So every single biological process going on with the body has to do with minerals. So like if you have hormonal issues, or weight issues, that's thyroid, and the thyroid needs selenium. That's a mineral.
So you're telling me the vitamins I take may not have minerals?
There are vitamin mineral supplements out there, but most people have been taking vitamins that don't have any minerals.
Oh, wow.
So I'll tell you the difference
I didn't know
between like taking vitamin C, or that's a vitamin, or what kind of minerals do you take, like calcium or?
Vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium.
Okay, so calcium is a mineral and vitamin C is a vitamin. So if you take calcium, it's in here. This is a compilation. Humic acid is a compilation of over 80 major and trace minerals. And major minerals are calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, iron, zinc. You need those to live. It's majority of what your body is. And then you have trace minerals like selenium, cadmium, molybdenum. Those are trace. You have like 78 trace minerals. So humic acid encompasses all of those, every single mineral the body needs. So if you are running and jumping, or you sitting down and you feel like, oh, I heard my knee go creak, that's the body starting to mutate, the cells starting to age.
Oh, great. I heard my shoulder do that the other day.
Yeah, and we just chalk that up to getting older, but it's not age, because you'll never hear anything about anti-aging at Humineral, because we believe in aging, otherwise we wouldn't be able to see our lives come to
fruition.
Right.
If you're not aging, you're not here.
Right, so we want to age. But you want to age healthy, so that's what Humineral is all about. So if you hear those creaks and you have sport injuries, you need the two minerals to create collagen, which lubricates our joints so that we don't hear those creaks, is magnesium and zinc. It's in here. So what it does is
enough to supplement what your body needs.
Yes.
No?
Right?
Yes. It comes in three forms: a liquid, which you're holding the pills, Abby. That's the pill form, and then the liquid form is the green bottle.
Oh, the green.
And the pink one is the skin spray, because your skin is an organ. It's your largest organ. And then the zeolite is the detox.
Wow.
This one?
Yeah.
I need a detox.
Yeah, me too. I need to detox every day.
Every day we breathe, we're getting
Every
toxins.
day you can
Every-
detox. Actually, is it?
Yes.
Good?
Yeah.
Every single day you're breathing, you're getting toxins. If you stress, you get toxins. If you eat foods that are inorganic, toxins. So every single day you breathe, you can be detoxing. That's what zeolite is. It's a full brain body cell detox, head to toe.
I think
And
this
they're
should be in all your
plant-based.
pharmacies.
Yes, we can. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Wow, this
So-
is great.
Where did the name Hugh?
Hugh.
Thank you for asking that, Mo.
I
You
wanted
may.
to ask that. Actually.
Well,
I
thank
beat
you for
to
wanting to
it.
ask that.
'Cause I'm looking at it and I'm like, Hugh mineral, and I'm trying to say
So
human
I
minerals.
believe it was divine, is what I believe. Literally, I was sitting on a bench, and the mineral is humic acid, Humic, and it is for humanity. It comes from the earth. It is naturally occurring, so it's not something that you have to create.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for humankind, humanity, and it's humic acid.
I like it.
Me too.
Yeah.
But was there another meaning to it?
No.
I remember.
Oh, well, you know, there is an
I-
organization
yeah.
called Hugh, and they chant Hugh, and it's the universal call of God. So that's why I say it's divine,
Ah.
because I believe I came to this through a divine purpose. This is my purpose. This is, you know, as you know, I'm in real estate.
Yes,
partners.
of
Yeah,
course.
so-
And real estate, you know, I feel that's all about health too, because what we look at every day, that has to do with our mental health. So I'm all about
Absolutely.
mind, body, soul. It's all working together.
So-
So
So how did you get started with this? When?
oh, well, really, this is who I've been my whole life. I grew up in a very health conscious family.
Mm-hmm.
We were very conscious of what we ate. I grew up on a Jewish diet, so we ate healthy. I was taking chlorella and cod liver oil as a child, and I didn't know
I
that this.
hated cod liver.
Did you?
Oh,
Cod liver oil. Yeah, I still can taste it. See, I don't mind taking all that stuff because I know it's good for you. So I when I was 19, that's really when I feel like when I go back in my mind and I think about this, that's when I became aware of health, period. Like I would see somebody and I could tell if they looked healthy to me. But of course, you don't know at that time because, you know, at the time I was doing technology and I wasn't thinking I would be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But so I was always selling some kind of supplement, or whether it was makeup, mineral makeup, or I was always very aware of what I was putting in my body. When I would go to the grocery store, I was very aware of healthy stuff if I made dinner, I love to cook too, so when I would make dinner, I would always make sure I had a green. It was a very balanced protein, green. So it just was part of my life. And then a friend of mine introduced me to a drink, short story I'll give you, and it was a juice, and it was good for inflammation and different things. And so that got me on the path to reading about more things. I read a pamphlet on humic acid, and for 6 months I couldn't put it down. That became my focus
Wow.
because it was an antiviral. This is also an antiviral. So I started talking to doctors about it. I'm like, why aren't you using this? So it just became my focus and my...
explain antiviral.
You have viruses.
Viruses,
So you get a
right,
cold,
right.
a cold
But
is
you're
a vi-
saying you're talking about the cold virus. You're
Yes.
talking about the flu virus. You're talking
Yes.
about skin
Any virus.
viruses. You're talking.
Psoriasis,
It doesn't
eczema.
matter.
Those are all viruses. Herpes, those are all viruses. Yes.
What's herpes?
Wait, your
Isn't that
herpes?
the car in the movie?
Yes, it
Right?
is.
That's-
It's a
Yeah.
sports
The car
car.
in the movie?
It's a sports
really-
car. Herpes.
But okay, so yeah, it's an antiviral. So this is why
So
doctors
wait, it
use the line.
cures?
So we cannot say anything cures anything.
Right.
FDA
Yeah.
regulations.
Right.
But
You can't claim.
Yeah.
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 This is the cure.
But
No.
the National Institute of Health uses humic acid to fight horrible diseases. But again, your body is made up of these minerals. It's the same molecule that your body's made up of. It is a food that feeds your cells. When we eat,
So it's
we feed our
basically the
body.
same molecules that the universe is made of,
That's yes.
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Because if our body is made
Yes.
of these molecules,
Yes.
if we are the same as the universe,
we are.
so we are
Yes.
all the same.
Yes.
And where are you
Well,
selling them? No.
They are sold nationwide to doctors' offices, nutrition stores, wellness stores, spas, I call them sweat bars. And in the West Coast, you have a lot of those where you go and do infrared saunas.
Bars where you do not take tequila shots, but you go in there to sweat.
That's correct.
Right? Yeah. I went to the opposite today. I went to a tequila bar.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And you're
Where?
sweating from tequila.
Yeah.
That's why he's so warm.
I know.
When you drink alcohol, it makes you warm.
But I'm
Yeah.
naturally warm.
You are. You have a warm heart. That's what I love about you.
Thank you.
I call him Mosey.
Mosey. What do you call me, Abby?
Modacious.
Oh, I like that.
And Evelyn, what do you call me?
I call you Mo.
Mo.
I call you Mo.
You don't know. That means a lot. Mo.
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 And I'm going to be selling your pharmacies.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
So where does the humic acid come from?
It comes
you said
from
it's
our
natural.
soils. Yes. So if you eat salad, you're eating it. If you eat meat, you're eating it. If you eat lettuce, for instance, you tend to tear off the
Right.
leaves and you eat those. In the stalk is where this mineral is.
Oh, in the
If you
stalk.
eat strawberries, we tend to munch that strawberry down. But the top of the strawberry is a green leaf. That's where humic acid is.
Oh,
It's
really?
feeding the strawberries.
Oh, we
So when
throw
you-
that away.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard that, by the way.
Yes.
To eat that, especially
Yes.
in smoothies.
If
I
you
throw
eat
it all
broccoli,
in.
you tend to eat the bush. The bush is not where the nutrient is in that stalk. It is actually in the
Oh.
roots. That's why roots, and that's why raw food and juicing is so big today, because you get more nutrients. You cannot live without water and minerals. You cannot live without them. Those are two things you can't live without. That's what this is. It's the most powerful antioxidant on the planet.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
And you
I'm
can
taking
claim
these
that.
home.
Yes, you can.
I'm
Yes, you
taking
can.
this home.
I'm telling you,
I
you're
thought
going to be
they-
hooked on
I
this.
thought these were for a lucky winner.
We're all in real,
Well, I think Abby just won.
I just won, yes.
we're all in real estate here. So if you think of a house, you have 4 walls. That's your foundation. So if you
Right.
think of your body, your skin kind of is covering
Your walls.
your
Yeah.
foundation. That's what these minerals are. They are the foundation. So it doesn't matter if you're doing protein, vitamin D.
Doesn't really matter
probiotics.
your eating habit. Doesn't matter what you
doesn't.
eat. You need
could
this.
not get the amount of nutrients in this that you would get in this. If you 2 of these pills instead of eating 1 salad, it's like eating 100 salads.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yes.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
That-
in.
it's
I
nutrient.
got it already.
It's nutrient for the cell. See how smart she is?
Can I arm wrestle you?
Smart.
Nope.
You know, I've always thought about, sometimes I hate that decision. What are you going to eat? What do I want to eat for breakfast? What do I eat for lunch? What are we doing for dinner? It's
Right.
so, it gets annoying after a fact. I wish, and I always say this, I wish there was a pill I could just take.
And once you start to take this, you're not going to be that hungry because it works on every biological process going on in the body. So it doesn't matter if you have aches and pains, arthritic issues. It doesn't matter if you have thyroid, hormonal issues. It works on that because it's working on the body, on the cells.
Does it regulate you?
It regulates you.
Does
It's
it?
adaptogen.
Wow.
Men and women?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
well, it
men needs
regulates
to be
us in a
regular.
different way.
No, right, exactly. Yeah, I know. I know what I'm saying.
I do agree with this, though. Men have mood swings.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is true.
I'm living
Yes.
proof.
They're just a little bit more quiet about it, I think, but they have them.
No,
they
I've
just-
seen it
yeah.
lately. I've
We're,
seen it
we're not
with
as
people.
bitchy.
What do
Have
you
you
Did I just say
consider-
that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Wait.
PG
Hold on.
radio.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think so at this point. It
Oh my
just
God.
has
Did I say the
turned.
wrong thing?
Biatchi?
That's what I meant. Biatchi.
So let's define that.
Biatchi?
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
because she said, men are not as expressive about their moods as women are.
And you said-
So women are naturally more expressive because women are naturally more emotional. Men are more logical. Women are emotional based. It's true.
Yes.
So you tend to be a little biatchy when you don't eat and someone talks to you, you snap back at them in a different way, right? You tend to be a little biatchy when you don't go shopping for a week.
That sounds like
I
a
think he's
woman has
talking to
having
somebody.
her period. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Right?
He's talking about food and shopping, and that's when we are biatchy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's all. I'm just confirming her.
You know, a lot of people do get a little anxious when they haven't eaten, when you get hungry.
And so do
you-
men.
Yeah.
It's a natural
That's an imbalance in
process.
the system.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
You don't
So
get
you need to take
biatchy
these
when you're
minerals.
hungry?
No, I don't.
At all?
I don't. And I'm going to tell
Can
you.
we
I
hang
used
out
to.
then?
Yes.
Like
I'm
around
very
lunchtime?
quiet when
Yes.
I'm hungry.
Are you?
Yeah, really quiet.
Yeah.
Don't
'cause-
bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. There we
See,
go. It's
yeah.
not biatchy. I get quiet.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bothered, nor do I want to hear any nonsense.
But if
Yes.
somebody says
That's a
something to you,
shift. That's hormonal.
but wait, if somebody says
I'm
something to you
hormonal
like,
now.
Uh-oh.
like Abby, hi Abby, do you want to eat? No. You're like, oh.
If
my
I'm
God.
hungry, I'm going to tell you an hour ago, yes, let's go. If I have to
All right.
wait to eat,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
See, I just don't want to be on anyone's timeline when I need to do what I need to do, especially eating. That's all. That's it.
We've been together so long, working together, right? That our stomachs kind of operate the same.
No,
Yes.
they don't.
I'll think it.
No, they
He'll
don't.
be thinking it, but she'll be saying, "Let's go."
She'll be saying, "Let's go," and we start at 11, and then
He
we
starts at
actually
11.
eat at about.
Right, I know exactly what you mean.
Thank
Yes.
you. And that's
She
what-
starts earlier.
You
No,
start at
later.
11.
No, he starts.
Because
You
when
start
I
at
talk to
11,
him
she
at 8
starts
or 9,
earlier.
he's still
Wait, get closer. Say that again.
He'll start at 11. I'm hungry. It's like, okay, well, why are you telling me? I don't.
Right. Well, I like to voice my
It's like,
emotions.
I'm not
outward.
a restaurant.
Exactly.
Right.
I usually,
I'm like,
my answer is like, I'm not your mother. What are you telling me
I'm
for?
hungry. He's like, okay, pick up the phone and order. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but I'm hungry.
He wants to socialize. So, and then by the time, okay, let's do lunch, it takes a couple hours and then there goes the day. By then, I'm hungry.
So, you said that this is like the foundation, and
Yes.
we are all in real estate, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about real estate,
Yes.
and let's talk about the foundation of real estate.
Yes.
Obviously, we're all in real estate. Let's give a quick little introduction.
Yes to MSM.
We are MSM Luxury Estates. Evelyn and I have been together for the last 15 years. 15?
Yeah.
18? Got it.
September will be 15 years that we've been working together.
Who knew?
Next month, we will celebrate. You guys want to come over for
It
some
seems
minerals?
longer than that.
I think
Doesn't
so.
it? It feels, yeah, it feels
Hey,
a lot
wait,
longer.
hello.
Yeah, but
Can you
Because I have
rephrase
been
that?
working with you for 10 years at least.
That's
Yeah,
true.
because remember Michael Cooper? That was how I met. I
That's
was in
right.
Chicago. I'll never forget. I was talking to him, and I'm like, when I get back to LA, we'll.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
about 10 years ago.
Yep.
Wow.
And at that time, I remember thinking, God, you guys have been together forever. It just seemed
Yeah,
like
5 years seemed a long time.
it did.
Because who knows
Can you
people
help me
that
out
long
here?
these days,
Right.
right?
Yes.
All right,
I've
I'm
been
not
dealing
that
with
bad.
this for a long time.
And that's special. That really is special.
Yeah.
You guys are making me.
Special.
You're just making me cry right now. Is being with me for 5 years is a lifetime? I think that's amazing. That's
yeah,
good.
it's a lifetime. Nowadays, think about how many people you know
Right.
for how long, and you answer
Because
that
people
question.
come and go.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Yes.
do.
He's stuck
I always
together.
wonder,
Yes.
where do they
I
come
know,
from
I
and where do
always-
they go?
And why do they come?
I just feel like, yeah, I think we've known each other too long too. I was like, it's time to go.
Oh, we know who's going to leave us first.
Right?
I'm kidding. I'm
we
kidding.
come and we go. We go. So,
What are you talking about?
MSM, we've been together for umpteen years.
Yes.
Okay. And we've been together for umpteen years. And we've been together for umpteen years. And together we are MSM Luxury Estates.
Umpteen.
10 years.
Umpteen years. And I think that's really.
Oh,
Special.
groovy, baby.
It's so groovy. So let's talk about real estate.
What is it?
What?
Oh, groovy, baby.
I didn't understand it the first time.
But you know, when people deal with us in real estate, when they leave, when they're done with the transaction, honest to God, this
They're
is
happy. They're
Yes.
lifelongers.
Most angels.
this is
comes
how
out.
they feel because they felt that they've dealt with the angel of real estate. We really do. We take care of our clients. We care more about the people than the transaction. I know probably a lot of realtors out there, they're listening and like, what are you kidding? It's all
Oh my
about
God.
being paid. Come on, get paid.
That's true. I did the email blast and the text blast. So all like.
And what did they say? Are you going to get paid?
What, did they want a referral for listening?
Right. But let's talk about the market trends. Let's talk about what's happening. I'm sure people tuned in. They want to know what's happening in real estate. So let's give them some information and see what's going on. What do you think is happening with the market trend?
What do you think? Are you kidding me? The market is hot. It's on fire. I mean, if you haven't noticed, it's hot. This is the time when not only have we surpassed the prices of 2007, this is the time if you haven't gotten in the market, if you're not buying, if you're not in real estate in one way or another, you're missing the boat. So the market's hot. I don't know if you guys agree, but
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially in healthcare, I would say, like senior living,
Yes.
nursing home, skilled nursing, all the above.
Yeah, this is when the baby boomers are needing their senior care real estate.
Well, that's kind of what we do. I mean, MSM, and I don't know if these people know what we're doing, is we take care, because we are in the market, we're baby boomers. I mean, we talked about senior care 10 years ago. We talked about where the trend is going. Well, now they're there. We're here, actually.
We're here.
We're here. Senior housing is in huge demand. And what we do at MSM is we actually take care of the sellers, especially the ones that are interested in going into senior housing. So we take care of the sale of their home. We also make sure that they're placed in a property or a facility that of their liking, and we literally take care of it from A to Z. They're selling, listing their home, selling their property, putting them in the property of their choice in senior housing.
Right. It's not just the senior housing, but it's also moving them, most of them, if they don't or are not ready to go to a facility, then we move them to a house that's more appropriate, that fits their needs. No longer can they do the two-story. No longer can they maintain a huge property or a property that requires a lot of attention and maintenance. So we always make sure that we tailor it to what they need at that time.
What about
'Cause we care.
what about the hospitality in real estate, which is like the hotels and all of the above?
Well, I mean, the hospitality is a huge market, always. Hospitality, though, is on a completely different level. You know, if the hotel is really well known and flagged by a major name, normally you would not know that it was even up for sale or that it even sold.
Right.
That is done on such a hush-hush level, you know, and as you know, we're very involved in that, and we've been involved in a couple of transactions, but it really does, it's done on a very hush-hush level because of the grandioso of the transaction and or the name that doesn't want to be known that they actually sold. But all they do in hospitality is they just exchange owners, investors. Everything continues to run the same.
Absolutely.
One thing you will never hear, and this is really important when we deal with real estate, you will never hear this.
Well, I don't think there is any question about it. It can only be attributable to human error. This sort of thing has cropped up before, and it has always been due to human error.
Well, see.
I was just gonna ask if now is a good time to buy, or.
Well, I mean that's a perfect question because
Yes.
there's no human error in what we do, and I think that a lot of these people that are in real estate, and I respect everybody, by the way, and what they're doing. If you're in real estate, fantastic. You know, technology is amazing right now. To be in real estate, to be a realtor and actually take care of the transaction of someone else, which is one of the three major choices in life, right? Getting married, having kids, and buying real estate are the three major decisions because, of course, not to mention anything of sickness or personal issues, but those are the three major decisions that people make. And we're privileged to be a part of one of the three major decisions. So
Yes.
there's no human error.
No, you really can't go wrong. I mean, now
Absolutely.
you really can't go wrong in buying real estate. Nowadays, people are so savvy. There's so much information at their fingertips.
With technology, yes.
Exactly. So you can do a
Yes.
lot of the research, and then this is when you bring in your favorite realtors. To
MSM
MSM.
Luxury Estates.
Yes.
MSM. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3.
MSM.
MSM.
Luxury
Estates.
Okay, that was horrible. Do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. MSM Luxury Estates. God, we're good. All right.
Took me
Sorry.
twice.
Go ahead, Evelyn.
What I was saying, the information is out there, but when you hire a realtor, when you work with a realtor, you're basically getting the best representation, not only to find you a home, but to get you the best deal possible, to negotiate on your behalf, to remove you from the transaction so that you can get that price, get that property, beat out other potential buyers so that you can live in that home that you've been eyeing probably for the last couple years. So
why do I need a realtor?
outside of what I just said,
Yeah.
to negotiate your contract, to basically get you the best deal possible so that you can deal with escrow and the lender.
Why can't I
and
do that on
title.
my own?
You don't want
Make
to.
sure home inspections are done.
Exactly.
Right? But this is good. I want to go into a really deep discussion. So I'm going to be the bad guy here, and I'm going to just poke at it, right? And then you can poke back at me, and I'll give the answers. We'll play it back and forth. But
Okay, girls, let's do
so
it.
oh, don't put me on
Girl
the spot.
power.
Girl power. You know, a couple of weeks ago we had Moe versus women.
That was a couple of weeks
Oh.
ago.
It was
Okay, let's stick to real estate.
to real estate.
See what I mean? I'm stay on my toes. So there are a lot of programs out there that are online, and of course the consumer these days is very intelligent, very informed.
They've always been. It's just the information is at their tips.
They've always been, but I'm talking about the information. They're very informed and intelligent about the information that's available on the internet. I mean, there's nothing that you can't find out, right?
Absolutely.
So why do you need a realtor? Candice?
Well, this is what I wanted to say before I forget. Before I forget. So what I like about
Your
MSM and what
minerals?
we do, I know, more of those, is the information is at your fingertips, but it takes a true professional who's been doing it for years that knows what to look for. So they're not as savvy. So even when I'm looking for a refrigerator, well, I don't make refrigerators, so I don't know. So I want someone, when I go into the store, to tell me, why do I want this refrigerator over that one? So it is a benefit to having a real estate agent who's been in the business for years, and not just one area, but all areas, and working in all different facets. That's a positive. It's a plus.
I love that. I'm sold.
Okay.
I agree.
Evelyn, go.
No, that's very true, by the
That's
way.
true.
That is really, really true. That was great
So you can get the
explanation.
information, but you're not always as savvy.
I
Right.
agree.
And all
Yes,
of us know
I
something.
agree with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a realtor for information to weed out what's really not important. Sometimes you just need a realtor to put the perspective for you.
The guidance.
You have an inspection and you think the house is falling apart, but you can point out to a buyer, look, these items can be fixed this way or are not as important, but you should actually be focusing on the roof, or you should be focusing on the
Right.
plumbing issues, or etc. So based on experience and having done it for so many years and so many transactions under our belts, we're able to decipher what really matters, what's not, and put it, at the end of the day, it's up to the buyer.
Right.
But at least we can put it in perspective for them.
Right, absolutely. We've all seen that a lot of times. You walk into a house and the buyer says, nope, this is not for me because it doesn't have the kitchen here. But you can say, well, you know what? You can knock out that wall, or you give them a different perspective.
Absolutely.
And
why
that's where
staging holds
experience
it.
comes in.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. So if I were to buy a house, I know what to do, but I want you to tell our audience. Yeah, I don't want people to go, Mo, you don't know what to do when you want to buy a house. So if I'm a first-time buyer, Evelyn, Abby, any one of you, jump in. If I was a first-time buyer, walk me through the process. What do I do?
Most people will tell you, go get pre-qualified, right? That's the
Right.
first
Oh, that's the
step,
first thing.
which makes a
First
lot of
step.
sense. But you should back it up a little bit. You need to work on money. You need to build a healthy savings account. That's one. Two, you need to work on your credit. Your credit is huge when
It's
getting a
important.
loan. Unless you're going to buy a property
Very
all
important.
cash, you need to work on your credit. So you need to pull a credit report. You're allowed to have one per year, I believe, by law for free without it dinging your
Credit Karma.
Credit Karma.
Yes, there's a lot of those out there now.
Well, there's a lot.
I know. Yeah.
That one just stuck in
Yeah.
my head.
That means they're doing really good at their marketing.
Yes.
Well, I believe
more
in
into
karma.
the LifeLock actually. instead
Oh,
of-
LifeLock.
Yeah.
No,
But
that's something
LifeLock
else.
is
It's different, it's
yeah,
different.
it's
I know.
protecting your identity. But I think they also
They do
protect your
credit
credit
too. Yeah.
report
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a feature you can lock for your credit
Yeah.
as well.
I'm
But-
actually signed up with them for the whole entire year.
LifeLock.
hmm
Okay.
So you're secure.
I'm pretty secure.
Can you tell us your social security number on the air?
Cannot.
But that's what LifeLock does. My
really?
social security number is 380-74-1111. 380-74-1111. I am that secure of LifeLock.
Okay.
You know that's probably somebody's social security number.
It's not mine.
I just heard on the news today that the new Medi-Cal cards are, I guess they used to have the social security number on it. Now they're not going to have that on because
Yeah.
there's so much fraud. So
Oh,
yeah.
this is a good thing.
That's why it's good to sign up for LifeLock. I would suggest.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. So,
Are they
noted.
sponsoring this show?
yeah,
Yeah.
sponsored by LifeLock. Abby Cubey and Company just partnered up with LifeLock. No,
Yes.
did you? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Call us. We want to partner up with you.
Anyway,
Um,
moving along.
So
So yes,
quickly,
healthy savings account, credit. Make sure your credit. So then, when you're ready, because most people do it backwards. They'll start shopping for a home. They don't even know what they qualify for. So this is when you go. You get either a referral from a friend or from your realtors for a lender. Get pre-qualified for a mortgage. Then after that, once you're qualified, you know what you can afford. Then you need to know what you want.
who can
Yeah.
tell me what I can afford?
The lender.
The lender can tell me what I can afford. So what about the realtor? When does a realtor come in?
You can tell you what you can afford. You should know.
Right. We should know.
Yes.
We should know.
But buyers will not give realtors, for some reason, sometimes their full financial storybook.
Right, because they feel it's
But
private.
the lender will require a lot of information in order for them to really give you either a pre-approval or a loan approval. Therefore, the lender can tell you and suggest what you should buy based on your income, your assets, etc. So a realtor can, but a realtor cannot look into your taxes and all your information unless you provide it to them. A realtor can do it. We can all do it.
Yeah.
But the lender would be the
Well,
best
it's
bet.
more finite. He punches in all the numbers. He'll tell you what you're making, what you're spending. I mean, the normal rule is
And they'll just run by the underwriting process,
Exactly.
basically, of the lender. That's pretty much why you want to go through that process. A realtor will tell you what you can afford based on simple math.
simple
Yeah.
math. Your mortgage payment can really, if you want to learn how to do it very quickly, all you got to do is take your gross income, all right, and multiply it, divide it by 3, and 1/3 of it is what your mortgage payment can be. So it's really that easy. If you make, let's say, $100,000 a year, okay, and that is about $8,000 a month, right? So if you divide that by 3, it comes out to about $2,600, right?
Right.
So you can afford $2,600 payment. That includes your principal, interest, tax, and insurance. That should be all of it, and HOA if you're buying a condo. So you just work the math backwards. So $2,600 is your total payment. Then you figure out what the interest rate is, and that will tell you what you can afford to buy,
Pretty much. You just brought a good point.
I like it.
HOAs.
right?
HOAs.
breakdown.
So this is why you need to know what you want, by the way. You need to know where
so
you
can know
want
what
to
to
live.
look for. What area?
What you can, exactly. What are you willing to deal with? Do you really want an HOA telling you what to do? Or you would prefer that because everyone else will follow the same rules. So that's how you start looking for your property. We will, of course, help you find that property. Once you find the home of your dreams, you go to escrow.
And we close it.
And we close it.
Speaking of a home of your dreams, what is like the most expensive house ever sold in the city of dreams?
In the city of angels,
Yeah.
the city of
Angels.
dreams.
Oh, no,
I
baby.
know.
You know?
I think I know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, tell us if you know.
I don't know for sure, but
But do you know for
is it
sure or you
Aaron
don't know for
Spelling's
sure?
house?
Spelling? Wait.
I think you're right, right? I don't want to mention names. I don't want to put it out there. But I think the most expensive home that sold was $100 million in Los Angeles. But LA's coming into a whole new era, by the way.
Yeah.
We have broken the $100 million mark. Okay, so now we have developers that are working on developing these mega estates that will range anywhere from $200 million up to
Yeah.
$500 million, $500 million to live in a home. Well, you won't really call it a home. It's like a mini castle up on the hill, you know, but it's $500 million.
I'd live there.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd live with you.
In which corner of the 100,000 square feet?
Well, I'll think about which corner.
Right?
The one closest to the pool.
But that's a really good point. This is really a good point. There's a lot. This is what's really unique about real estate, though. What one may think it's too big, the other one may think it's not big enough, and what one may think that's, oh, this is too small. Somebody else may think, oh, this is cozy and comfortable. I love it.
Real estate word cozy when it's small.
Yeah, right? Cozy. If you read the word cozy, it's
really
small.
small.
But
So
real estate, we've learned over
they
the
must
years.
use that word a lot in New York then.
Huh?
Yeah.
They must use that word a lot in New York then,
Yeah.
because everything is really cozy.
Oh, no. In New York, they go, the spacious 400 square foot condo. And you're thinking, 400 square feet? Oh, but yes, you have a window.
Exactly.
You just reminded me of that Geico commercial where he gets
should be in
Chinese food
Geico.
delivered.
Anyway.
Right? The spacious 400 square foot on top of the world. You're like, oh my God, it's 400 square feet.
And then it's very expensive.
Very,
Yes.
unbelievable. But our real estate in LA, I think it's going in that direction.
Yeah.
I think we're going there. Real estate is a very personal, I think we're running out of time, but I'll close it really quick. Unless you all have anything to say, I'm just going to close it up.
What do you want to tell sellers and buyers right now about our market? What should they do if they're thinking about buying, about selling?
30-second spot. Here we
Yeah.
go. Sellers, if you're thinking on selling, this is a perfect market to sell. We're still very low on inventory. It is truly a seller's market, which also makes it a buyer's market, because buying a property right now, or at any time, whether you bought 5 years ago or you buy it right now, or you buy 5 years from now, it is always a good thing to buy real estate. Real estate, I was looking at some statistics the other day. What was 285 years ago, only 5 years ago, at a median price range, is now 535. 280 to 535 in 5 years. That's almost double what your investment is. So it doesn't matter if you bought 5 years ago, if you're going to buy 5 years from now, but I think the timing is now.
Now.
Sellers, be realistic. Don't overprice your property. Be cordial to buyers. Listen to what the buyer's needs are. If somebody's making an offer on your home, that's a compliment to you, because they told you they love your home. And homes attract souls. They attract the people. In the 28 years that we've been doing real estate, or in the 100 years that we've been doing it collectively,
Did you just
We
say
don't-
100?
Yeah.
yeah, collectively.
Collectively 100.
Collectively, yeah. That's a lot of experience.
I know, making me feel old.
We're like as old as yours.
No, you're not getting old. You're aging in a healthy way.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
You're
So,
alive. You're living.
homes attract buyers. We don't sell real estate. We don't sell it. Homes sell themselves. A buyer will walk in and they'll see it and they love it and they want to make an offer on it. Our job is to make that deal go through and handle all the little obstacles that come along the way. So sellers, be realistic, be straightforward, be open to offers that you get from buyers, because that's a compliment to you. They're loving your home.
Yeah.
Um,
And the market will dictate. If not, it'll just sit there.
Yeah. And I can tell you, Abby will tell you, she's done a lot of real estate transactions.
Yes.
Am I true?
Yeah, be realistic.
Right? As a seller, I mean, you've sold a few properties.
Yeah.
Be realistic on your sales price, and I think things will happen. In closing, again, our heart goes out to the victims of Harvey hurricane. MSM Luxury Estates will donate 10% of our gross commission. Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
I don't want to put anything out there you guys don't agree to.
Yes.
No, plus we are accepting donations for Harvey victims. And you can email us at info@msmle.com. Let us know what you want to do, and we'll guide you on how to do it.
Beautiful. Please tell people where they can find you.
Yes, you can find Humineral nationwide, health food stores, spas, wellness centers, and we are also donating 10% for the rest of the week to Harvey.
Wonderful.
All
Give them
sales.
your
And
website,
you can go to humineral.com, humineral.com.
humineral.com. And Abby, where can they find you?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Wow.
Abby.world.
All
like
right.
that.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank
Until
you.
next week. Have a wonderful and safe week. And please, 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 please do not forget
And
about
by the
Texas.
way, we're not going to be here next week, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We were not going to be here next week. We're going to take a break. There'll be
that's right.
one of our fun episodes replaying, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Have a great night, and thank you for joining us.
Bye.
You're listening to LA After Dark with your host, Abby Cubey, only on LA Talk Radio.